Good morning. It's Friday, August the 23rd, 2013. This is AGORACOM News TV. We had some technical difficulties yesterday with the show, so unfortunately we didn't have a show yesterday, so I'm doing our usual Thursday show on Friday. And as you know, this show is designed to help. What I do is every day I go through a bunch of all the various different news releases and try to find the best ones that stand out to me in the small cap arena, and ideally hope to help you find a bunch of good companies to do your homework on, and also find some winners in those companies as well. On today's show, I'm Alan Barry Labucan. I'm the chief market commentator for AGORACOM and the host of this show. And on today's show, I've got about 8 companies, got a bunch of companies to talk about. So we're going to get right to it. The first one is hot off the presses earlier this morning. North American Nickel came out with results, and the stock has been, I think last time I looked, it's up about 35% or something like that on a couple million shares traded. The headline was North American Nickel significant near solid to solid sulfide mineralization. They announced that one of their holes had 18.62 meter core length of sulfide mineralization, averaging approximately 40 to 45% total sulfides, including numerous sections containing 65% to 80% sulfides within noritic host rocks at the Imiak Hill nickel copper cobalt zone on North American Nickel's and VMS Ventures Manitowoc project. This is the deepest of the 3 sulfide intersections, all described in the news release, that have been drilled at the Imiak in 2013. Drill core has been logged and samples were sawed in half and shipped to ALS Chemex in Sweden for analysis. Assay results for all 3 holes are pending and further drilling is planned. An image on the company's website is a high-resolution photograph that documents the entire 18.62 meter long intersection in MQ13-026, which includes inclusion-bearing near-solid and solid sulfides. North American Nickel's Chief Operating Officer Neil Richardson stated, and I quote, "We're pleased to report that drill hole MQ13-026 is the best intersection we have seen to date, with intense sulfides clearly present, and our BHEM surveys indicate that Imiak Hill is still open down plunge. It is also important to note is that the intensity of the sulfide mineralization, as shown in the 3 holes referenced in this release, is increasing with depth. It is common knowledge that most nickel deposits occur at or near the base of mafic intrusions, so we will continue to follow the high-grade mineralization down toward the base of the Imiak Hill mafic norite intrusion with additional drilling and borehole geophysics." End quote. When we see a company like this move so aggressively, this is an ideal press release for what our show we call Beyond the Press Release. And later today we're going to be doing a Beyond the Press Release. What's scheduled so far. Hopefully everything goes off without a glitch, and we're going to get into this a little more fully on our show later this afternoon. So tune in and look for that on the AGORACOM and website, and my website as well. The stock symbol on this company is NAN, and they trade on the Venture Exchange. The next company that talk about today is Kirkland Lake Gold. Kirkland Lake put out their first quarter 2014 operating results. This released operational results for the first quarter of fiscal 2014, which includes May, June, and July of 2013. During the quarter, 97,788 tons were produced at a head grade of 0.3246 ounce per ton and a recovery rate of 95.04%, to produce 30,316 ounces of gold. Ore tonnage produced was a quarterly record, and the average daily ore tonnage rate of 1,063 tons per day was a record as well. Sold ounces for the quarter were 30,253 at an average sale price of $1,426 per ounce. They go on, notwithstanding record ore tonnage, production was impacted during the quarter by a number of planned shutdowns related to the work required to increase the mine hoisting capacity and the capacity of the processing plant. The impact has been outlined in the company's year-end management's discussion and analysis document. During these shutdowns, work was completed that was required to increase the average mine hoisting capacity to 2,200 tons per day, including replacing the 10-ton skips and 12.5-ton skips, and to optimize the existing mill grinding circuit and bring the new crushing circuit online. The estimated impact of these shutdowns was 2 to 3 weeks of normal production over the quarter, which was slightly longer than expected. As a result, the production tonnage was 4.6% under planned production of the quarter. They expect the head grade to fluctuate between 0.30 and 0.40 ounce per ton. They talk about the processing plant impacted this year by several required to bring other new equipment online. So even though they're having shutdowns, it looks like they're on track to produce 150 to 180,000 ounces of gold this fiscal year. Production is planned to increase quarterly over the course of the year. The rate of the increase will depend on the rate at which the critical path activities are completed. So they're doing a lot of work to upgrade their plant, and they seem to be handling that without any too much in the way of problems. The stock symbol on this one is KGI, and they trade on the Toronto Exchange. The next company is True Gold Exploration, or True Gold Mining. They identified widespread near-surface gold at Liquide. This project is in Burkina Faso. Returned widespread near-surface mineralization, expanded the project's main gold and soil anomaly to 17 kilometers in length. The exploration program included 3,600 meters of reverse circulation drilling over a 1.8 kilometer strike length at the Laguerre zone in the central portion of the Liguide's main gold and soil anomaly. Easy for them to say. Laguerre has returned highly anomalous gold in prior grab and trench sampling. Highlights from the results include 5.8 grams per ton gold over 4 meters. Another hole had 3.91 grams per ton over 4 meters. Another hole had 2.23 grams per ton over 8 meters. Another one with 2.12 grams per ton gold over 8 meters. One hole had 1.05 grams per ton gold over 12 meters. There's a quote from Dwayne Melrose, who's the president and chief executive officer of True Gold, and he stated, and I quote, "Liquide exploration work continues to return extensive near-surface gold mineralization throughout the property, enhancing its status as a pipeline project with strong potential to contribute significantly to True Gold's long-term growth." End quote. So, West Africa, there's lots of gold in West Africa, and it looks like True Gold has some really interesting projects over there. Their stock symbol is TGM, and they trade on the Venture Exchange. The next company is Metanor. Metanor intersects 11.11 grams per ton gold over 13.44 meters and 8.04 grams per ton gold over 7.92 meters at Bachelor. This Metanor is continuing with underground drilling program of the main A and E veins from various levels of the mine. Additional drilling development of a drift confirmed for the mineralization at that location. A new drill station is being developed and will be completed very shortly on level 12. This station will allow Metanor to further explore the western extension between levels 13 and 11. On level 14, the first drilling phase validated the presence of the main vein in the eastern section of the mine. In its second phase, the drilling program will be targeting the offset of the main vein west of the E vein between levels 13 and 14. Presently, the A vein is being defined between levels 11 and 13. The area being covered by the drilling program is in the east part of the mine and corresponds to extensions at depth of the known corridor of the A vein. The stock symbol on that one is MTO.V. Going to be checking that one out further because I like the grades, and it seems like they've got a good handle on those veins, and they're chasing them to depth there. So keep an eye. I'm going to, as I said, do some homework on that one. Next company is Antofagasta Gold. They provided exploration results for their Capricornia project, El Penon Gold District of Chile. This is the final set of drill results from its drill program at the company's wholly owned Capricornio property, located approximately 80 kilometers northwest from the El Penon gold mine that is owned by Yamana Gold, and 20 kilometers west of Extrata's producing Lomos Bayas mine, and immediately south of the 2.93 square kilometer Antofagasta Chilean Copper Belt project, the Atacama Gold property. You can see that in press release July 13, 2013. The more prospective areas for high-grade precious mineralization lies below the currently drilled portions of the vast majority of the mineralized area. Of priority interest for follow exploration in the Santa Rosa zone near hole CAD-13-027, which intersected a well-defined vein displaying a high-grade zone of 4.23 grams per ton gold equivalent over 4 meters, from 76 meters to 80 meters, so not too far below surface, of core length within a wider 10-meter zone grading 2.23 grams per ton gold equivalent. This hole is the deepest in the Santa Rosa zone to date and lies under anomalous silica replacement body at surface. Vernon Arsenault, who is the Vice President of Exploration, commented, and I quote, "Our results to date define an extremely large area of shallow mineralization, average drill hole depth. The more important results of the first phase of exploration is the very significant potential of high-grade material at depth. We have completed detailed geological work, utilized international epithermal vein experts, and concur this epithermal system presents a unique opportunity to define a high-grade gold-silver deposit," end quote. So, getting some interesting grades, fairly close to surface, nice high-grade stuff in Chile, near where there's some large mines. So that's one I'll be doing some homework on as well. Their stock symbol is AN, and that trades on the Venture Exchange. The next company is Pershimco Resources. Pershimco confirms third significant copper-gold system with 73 meters at 1.8% copper and 140 meters at 0.91% copper. This is results of recent exploration drilling at the Ideada target have confirmed a new copper-gold system. Importantly, this newly revealed system shows both near-surface and deeper mineralized feeder structures analogous to the company's two main targets, La Pava and Quemo deposits, the latter of which center is located 1.3 kilometers northwest of Ideada. An image of the company an image on the company's website shows that the drill hole location plan as well as the location of the IP chargeability target. Furthermore, a short video demonstrates the location, size, and geometry of the Ideada project's IP chargeability anomaly is accessible through the company's website. So that's a good source of for you to do your homework on. During the first half of 2013, Pershimco completed important exploration activities on two new targets outside of La Pava and Quemo-Quemita deposits. The work included Ideada and Polona were drill tested, returning significant copper and gold intercepts. The company completed 7,195 meters of drilling, RC and diamond drilling. The company completed 112.5 line kilometers of IP geophysics. the company commenced a regional mapping and geochemical sampling program on additional exploration targets identified by previous airborne geophysics. There's a quote from Alain Biro, who is the President and Chief Executive Officer of Pershimco. He stated, and I quote, "The IDATA drilling results are extremely exciting in terms of the significant grades and thickness of copper and gold mineralization intersected near surface, as well as the discovery of additional feeder structures at depth. The exploration, geophysics, and geological modeling undertaken by Pershimco team is proving to be successful as more targets are being strategically identified and developed. As we have noted previously, the deliberate multi-staged approach continues to prove to be invaluable in building on the success of our project." End quote. This project is down in Panama. As I said, they've got some good information on their website. I think that'll help you do your homework. I don't follow a lot of projects down in Panama, but I definitely got to follow this one because of the grades that I'm seeing there. Their stock symbol is PRO, and that trades on the Venture Exchange. Two news releases left here, so we'll get through those pretty quickly. First one, Eurasian Minerals reports oxide drill results of 7 meters averaging 10.12 grams per ton gold and 87.78 grams per ton silver for the Akarka project, northwest Turkey. They released initial drill results from this Akarka that include an oxide intercept of 62.7 meters, averaging 2.11 grams per ton gold and 25.7 grams per ton silver, with a higher grade sub-interval of 7 meters, averaging 10.12 grams per ton gold and 87.78 grams per ton silver. So that high grade that they talked about in the headline of their news release is also in a much broader intersection of very promising grades as well. These results were reported to EMX by I can't even say the name, which is a privately owned Turkish company that signed an option agreement in June to buy the property for a combination of cash payments, gold bullion, work commitments, and a royalty interest. This company is aggressively advancing the Akarka toward resource delineation while exploring for new discoveries on the property, and currently has 3 rigs on site. They go on that the Akarka project consists of 6 epithermal gold, silver mineralized zones occurring within the district scale area. EMX initial results, initial grassroots discovery and exploration successes led to a joint venture with a subsidiary of Centerra Gold in 2009, with Centerra subsequently earning an initial 50% interest in Akarka as a result of investing over $5 million in drilling, geological mapping, geochemical sampling, and geophysical surveys. EMX negotiated to regain 100% control of property later in 2012. Less than 20% of the 14,000 meters of target strike length as currently defined by mapping and IP resistivity anomalies have been drill tested to date. So I'm going to go back and take a good look at this this deal that they did with this Turkish company, see what kind of cash payments, gold bullion. Definitely an interesting project, but I don't know how it's all going to break out as far as their interest or what they get out of it. I noticed they've got a royalty interest, so that could be interesting. I want to see the cash payments and how much gold they got out of that. The stock symbol is EMX.V. That trades on the Venture. The final news release today is from yesterday, actually, Thursday. It was from our friends over at Fission, Uranium, and Alpha Minerals. They continue to put out very good results. The headline from this is 47-meter mineralization, including 5.27 total composite off-scale as Fission expands R390E zone. This news is Fission Uranium and their joint venture partner Alpha Minerals. They've got a 50-50 joint venture, so I always talk about these companies together. They released results for additional 5 holes drilled on the R390E zone with a new strike length of 120 meters. Zone R390E has doubled in length since the winter 2013 program. PLS 13-086 is of particular note, with the 47-meter wide mineralized zone, including a total of 5.27 meters composite off-scale. It appears more robust than hole PLS 13-061, drilled 10 meters to the north on line 360A, and is further evidence of the high-grade potential of the zone. Several holes are reported in the news release that have no Devonian sandstone intersections. This makes the R390 zone a potential candidate area for one of the bedrock sources of the large uranium boulder field. And of additional note is hole PLS 13-083, 50-meter step-out hole to the west of hole PLS 13-075, which reported 61.5-meter total composite mineralization in several intervals over a width of 105 meters, from 53 meters to 158.5 meters, so very close to surface. Drilling highlight, they extended the length of the R390 zone to 220 meters. One hole intersected the 47 meters that's noted in their headline. Another hole had 61 meters, variable radioactivity over 105-meter wide interval. Another hole intersected 42 meters total composite of variable radioactivity. And they've got details of a bunch more holes. You can find that on their press release on the company's website. Ross McElroy, who's the President and Chief Executive Officer and Chief Geologist for Fission, commented, and I quote, "The R390E zone continues to expand and still remains open in all directions. This latest round of results include wide intervals of considerable radioactivity, significant off-scale, and helps direct us as we grow the zone further." The stock, end quote. So they're getting some very good results. This company has one of the best uranium discoveries I've seen in many years. It's noted by some very high grade, close to surface uranium mineralization. In these super high grade systems, you don't need a lot of a footprint to have a multi-million pound discovery. And that's exactly what they have here. This is very reminiscent of what Hathor, who was bought out a couple years ago for $465 million, had. In fact, I think that this is looking like it could be a significantly larger discovery in millions of pounds of uranium, and is very close to surface. These are all the earmarks that any major mining company that's involved with uranium mining would be excited about. I think that these two companies have to be targets on every major uranium mining company's hit list, and I don't think it's going to be long before these two companies are taken over for their Patterson Lake South discovery. It's really an exciting and exceptional world-class discovery. The stock symbol on these two companies is FCU on the Venture Exchange, and that's for Fission. And for Alpha Minerals, it's AMW, also on the Venture Exchange. So that's all the news. We certainly had a lot. Sorry about the technical difficulties yesterday, but we're back on board. We've got some shows later today that are going to be really exciting as well. As I mentioned, North American Nickel had some very good results out, and we're going to be talking. We've got it scheduled to be talking with their one of their top guys over there to really get beyond the press release. And then after that show, we're going to have our end of the week show where I go through a bunch of press releases and try to find the best of the best in the weekly news. So we've got a lot. We're doing a lot of shows here these days at AGORACOM. I'm really enjoying. I've just joined in the last couple months as the chief market commentator. I'm really enjoying my time here at AGORACOM, and you know, that's you can find all the work on AGORACOM or Allenbury reports, you can see the website address is just below my name there on the screen. So on that note, I'm going to wrap up for the In the News show. Before making any investment decisions, it's important for you to do your homework and speak with your financial advisors.